What's good, y'all? Crosswalk back at you again, episode 42. Um, 42 is a good number, bro. That's a good number. But
It is.
before we jump into that, how you doing? How was the weekend?
I'm good. I can't complain. We had a lot going on in the sports world, NBA draft, UFC, the NBA playoffs. So, we got a lot to talk about. Looking forward to it. And I'm very curious to see which direction you go at 42 to kind of leave myself a little wiggle room. So what's going on with you though?
I'm good, man. I'm solid, man. 42 is it's easy, but it's hard because it's like you can go a lot of different directions. But you want me to go first? You want to go first?
Yeah, you got it this week. You got it this week.
Okay. Number 42. The first number I thought of is when I got in junior high school, I was like, obviously I'm from Dallas, so I'm a big Dallas person. You know, you see the number 88, you're thinking Michael Irvin. You see 22, you're thinking Emmitt Smith. But when I see 42,
I know where this is going.
I'm thinking Ronnie Lott. That's
Yep.
exactly who I'm thinking. That is my favorite, one of my favorite safeties. I won't say my favorite because it'll change from day to day, but that's one of my favorite safeties of all time. Lost a finger during the game and kept playing. Like it makes it hard to not like the 49ers. So yeah, 42, Ronnie Lott for sure.
So I was a big Ronnie Lott fan too, man. Definitely like Ronnie Lott.
Safety. You play safety.
Exactly. So I mean, very much like Ronnie Lott. The big physical safeties, really just punish dudes. Like I was a big fan of Ronnie Lott, but I appreciate you, leaving me some baseball number 42s.
I mean,
so
it's an easy one.
I appreciate it. I was wondering if you were gonna do it or not, but yeah, I think for me, I'm gonna go with Jackie Robinson, man. Broke the color barrier. Trailblazed that path for so many other guys to come after him, and the guy had to go through a lot, deal with a lot, and just always thankful that MLB has a day where everybody in the league wears his number. But yeah, shout out to Jackie Robinson. But I will say this though, I also speak on probably the greatest closer ever, Mariano Rivera, number 42.
Yeah, no, that's a good one. That's a really good one. And I almost went Jackie Robinson. Obviously, Jackie Robinson Day is my birthday, so that's I can't forget that. But yeah, Ronnie Lott is Ronnie Lott, man. I mean, that's one of them dudes. When it comes to baseball, obviously you play baseball professionally and all that. How much memorabilia do you have?
I'm gonna be honest. I don't have that much. Really, for me, it was more so like the camaraderie with people, the relationships, all that. I have like my grandparents have like a bunch of my stuff when I played. To me, it's like just stuff. But I know people are on the internet like making money off stuff like that and everything. But yeah, for me, it was just more so. I feel like with before social media era, it was more so about like being in the moment, interacting with people. It wasn't really about taking a picture and all that.
Yeah.
So little different bargain.
Yeah. That's interesting too, because I'm kind of one of those people that I'm like, I was there, in whatever situation it was. I was like, I remember it, and that's good enough for me. I don't necessarily need a picture. But there is somebody that you took a picture with that just so happened to have a massive win this past weekend in Aljamain Sterling. So jumping right on into the card, I mean, who was your MVP? It's got to be Aljo. Like, who was your MVP?
It's got to be Aljamain Sterling, man. I mean, you hit the nail right on the head. Was coming into this fight really like back up against the wall. Really, I want to say in a sense, it sounded kind of like most people had kind of like wrote him off. Talking about his age, Youssef Zalal was on that massive win streak. But the big fight experience, all the championship experience for Aljamain Sterling, came in, answered all the questions, shut everybody up, and got the job done and looked very good doing it.
Yeah, he really did, man. He surprised me a little bit, especially when the fight started. I saw the size difference, and I was like, okay, come on, Youssef, you got this. But I mean, like you said, championship experience, man. And do you think that he deserves a title shot.
Nah, I don't think he deserves a title shot, but I think he definitely deserves a number one contender fight. I think for me, the title shot is definitely Movsar Evloev. He's got a win over Aljo already, a win over Diego Lopez, also just beat Lerone Murphy. So, I mean, Movsar has to be the guy. But hey, Aljamain is right there. If the UFC doesn't want to make the fight with Movsar, I'm sure Aljamain Sterling will be throwing his hand up saying, yes, I can definitely make the fight. But not quite yet. I think he's one fight away.
Yeah. Shout out to City Life Project, man. Appreciate you jumping in here, bro. He
Always
said,
shout out to City Life.
yeah, he said Aljo and Davy Grant were equally the highlights for him. Which, I mean, Davy Grant, bro, like 40 years old and basically taught that dude how you're supposed to win a fight.
Yep.
I mean, that's what it was. He came in like a professional, and he did his job. So that's a definite honorable mention in the realm of MVP of the card. Who do you have as the loser of the card?
The biggest loser on the card for me was Norma Dumont. Like very close fight, very competitive fight. She definitely has a gripe on. She definitely is within her rights to think she won the fight. I think on verdict they had it 29-28 for Norma. But honestly, the fight was so close, it could have went either way. And you could see her. The video is just all over Twitter, like her smiling before they read out who won, and then she's just in complete shock afterwards. But it's like, no, the fight was close. Like, yeah, you may have felt as though at times you were leading the dance, this and that. But when you go to the judges, you just got to live with the way they see it.
Yeah. I totally agree with that. I was surprised that she even took the fight, to be honest, considering that she's fighting back eight spots. But I mean, Jocelyn Edwards did just enough to get the job done, and she was in there playing with house money anyway. She loses, she stays right where she's at. So yeah, I mean, now she's one fight away from fighting for a belt in that horrific division. But I mean, it is what it is. I mean,
hey, no lies told, bro. No lies.
I mean, you got to win. Oh, I didn't even give my MVP. My MVP of the night, I'm going Rafa Garcia. I think he showed up in a very big moment and he dominated Alexander Hernandez. So that's going to parlay him into some really big fights in the division. And lightweight, I mean, it's a Shark Tank. Even if you're fighting outside the division, you're still going to get a pretty solid fight. So that was my winner. So whose stock went up the farthest for you?
So I'm going to get away from Aljo here. And I think somebody whose stock went up, just because I've been seeing the clip all over the place, Ryan Spann at heavyweight. Shallow division, not a lot going on, with and a lot of the same guys we've seen for a while up at heavyweight. You get a brutal finish like that, everybody's going to be sending out the clip everywhere. And at heavyweight, honestly, you literally just like a couple wins away from being in the title picture.
Yep, 100%. Stock up for me, I'm actually going to say Michelle Montague, getting a win over a ranked fighter, again in a shallow division. That would put her, in or around where Jocelyn Edwards just was. So if what Jocelyn just did is a blueprint, then Michelle can get a pretty big fight and be in the mix too. So I give her stock up for me on that one.
I can do it.
Yep. So who do you got for stock down?
Stock down. Youssef Zalal. Like, came in, very big opportunity, get a big time win. He was on that massive win streak. And it kind of was just like the moment was a bit too much for him. Maybe like the 5, because it looked like he was starting to slow down a little bit in round 5. But I think this is going to be a good learning experience for him. Brother's definitely going to learn from it, come back, get better. As we've seen earlier in his career, when he got booted from the UFC, worked his way back. I think it's going to end up being a good thing for his career going forward. But on the night, Youssef Zalal.
Stock down, I'm going to go. I'm gonna go Cedricus Dumas. I don't know how he's still employed. I really don't. And maybe soon we'll see that UFC roster watch where he's not going to be on the
No,
roster
bro,
anymore.
it just came out. I think yesterday. He's going down to a division to stay in the UFC.
Bruh, I mean, I hope everything goes well for him, but I don't know. What does he do well? What actually does he do well?
Get tattooed and get put on house arrest.
He's he's elite at that. Elite.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know how he's still in the UFC when fighters like Biggie Boy get released.
Yeah.
It's odd. It's odd. But the UFC, I guess they know what they're doing. I don't know. But that's definitely stock down for me. All right. So another big thing happened over the weekend. Well, actually, you want to get into the playoffs? Or you want to get into the draft?
Let's do the draft first.
Let's do the draft. Okay, cool. Before we jump into that, shout out to Toron. He said his family's from Oak Cliff. That's where I'm from. So, Diana Pena, is she familiar to you? I mean, I know you got a lot of groupies and stuff, so I don't really know.
Wow. We ain't got to go there, dog. Oh, man. What's going on, Diana?
Let's see. Shout out to Morgan MMA. He called the Aljo Lerone fight. You mentioned that on your stream the other day, too.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it makes sense, It definitely makes sense.
It does.
Or I got another name for you. The buddy from the Fight Nerds, the featherweight.
Oh, Silva? Oh God.
Silva, yes. That's another good one too.
Oh, you really don't like Aljo.
Bro, I'm just saying. We trying to see the best versus the best, right?
We are. You're right. Oh man, that would be terrible.
Like, think about the winner of that definitely earns a title shot.
Yeah, 100% they do. 100%. All right, so the NFL draft. How much of the draft did you watch?
Definitely watched the first round. Watched a little bit of day 2, and then from that point on, it was more so like just reading about it for real.
Yeah.
He said, "Do I want Sterling to die?"
Bruh, I'm telling you, dog. If he connect on anything, if Sean O'Malley was able to put him out, ain't no telling what Silva would do to him. But who knows, man?
Hey, iron sharp as iron. We got to find out one way or another.
Yeah, that's true. It's true. Ugh. All right. So coming out of the draft, especially that first round, what teams stood out to you?
So in the first round, the teams I really liked, I matter of fact, I'm not even going to do first round. I'll just do like draft overall. Mm-hmm. For me, there's a couple of teams really stood out for me. One, I like what the Browns did.
Yeah.
They went offensive line and receiver. Love both of those. Defense, they already have like a solid defense, defense player of the year over there. They need help on the offensive side of the ball. Offensive line was a big need for them. They hit that. And then they got, Shedeur, whoever's the quarterback in Cleveland, got them some weapons on the outside. I definitely like what the Browns did for sure. Also, somebody else I liked in the draft was I like what Philly did as well. They snuck in, got Mekhi Lemon right before Pittsburgh, and it's all over the news now saying that that's who Pittsburgh wanted. Got another big time receiver to go with that, to fill in for AJ Brown, really. And then on the end of the draft, tail end, they drafted the developmental guy out of Africa, like 6'4", 307 pounds, ran like a 4.6. Yeah,
I was so upset.
Just throw him at a defensive tackle, and he got to learn from Jordan Davis, and I can't even think of the other guy that went to Georgia that's with the Eagles. But bro, Fareed, dude was created in a lab, bro.
Yeah, and plus they got Eli Sowers, the tight end.
That tight end.
Which remember I said that last week. I was like, that dude's that sneaky good guy, man. whoever gets him is going to be, really happy with the pick. I will tell you. Let me ask you this quiz: what division is the division that every team has won a Super?
NFC East.
That's right.
Redskins, Eagles, Cowboys, and Giants.
Yeah, they're doing everything they can continue that. I think the NFC East as a whole dominated. Well, the Raiders as well.
Yep.
The picks that they came away with, man, specifically, Giants did in the first round with Francis Mauigoa, with Arvell Reese, like the Cowboys, obviously Caleb Downs.
Yep.
It's like the NFC Styles going to the Redskins or the Commanders. I mean, the NFC East did be really hard, and then going for it. It was a blessing and a curse to see the rest of the teams in the NFC East do well, but I mean, I'm just glad that we were able to kind of keep up.
Yeah, I don't know if you saw, bro. There's a video of Malik Neighbors reacting to the Cowboys taking Caleb down. He was like, "Bro, I was trying to tell our team to draft this dude, man. Like Caleb Downs for real, bro. He's gonna be one of the best in the league for a long time."
Yep, for sure. I'm looking forward to that. Morgan said Yoel Romero would be a crazy NFL player. 100%. He'd be crazy good at anything that he does. Anything. Hopefully my microphone isn't cutting off no more. I don't know if it was mine or yours, but I'm assuming it's probably mine. All right. So who do you think did terrible in the draft? Because
I got two teams. I got two teams I think just did really bad. One, the Niners. I don't know what was going on in the draft room. No idea, but definitely the Niners didn't have a first round pick. And I think the guy they drafted in the second round, like I don't even think he wasn't even at the combine or something like that. But I don't really like what the Niners did. And just as another one, the Vikings. I don't like what the Vikings did either.
Yeah. That was really, really rough. The Niners was definitely my pick. Matchwood said the Redskins won the draft. Oh, technically they're not a team. But the Commanders did do really well. They got a running back later on in the draft. I think it's going to be Washington. I think is his last name.
Bro, Washington is a monster. To pair him up with what's his name with the Raiders?
Yeah.
I definitely like that. And then obviously get Mendoza as well too.
Yeah. And Mendoza gets to sit back and chill a little bit while Kirk Cousins shows him how to run an organization. One person in the draft that we talked about beforehand, and I had him mocked going to the Cardinals, but that's not where he went. He went to the Rams, and he went number 13. It's Ty Simpson. Yep. Were you shocked that happened?
So, all right. So look at it like this. So obviously the Rams are kind of like they're an older team. They're one of the teams that potentially could win a Super Bowl going into the year. So you got to look at it from a different perspective. Yes, we can draft and get somebody that can help us win right now. But you got to understand, we got an MVP at QB, 38 years old, is not going to play forever. We're going to win a lot of games. They're never going to draft at the top end of the draft. So they're never going to be in like that 1 to 5, 1 to 6 range because they think they're going to be winning a lot of games with Matthew Stafford. So they're not going to get an opportunity to draft one of these young elite quarterbacks moving forward because you got to think Stafford's going to keep winning. And then at some point, he's going to be like, all right, I don't want to do it anymore. And the franchise is going to be like, where do we go now? So, they take Ty Simpson, Alabama, Give him some time to develop. He gonna learn behind Matthew Stafford, and he gonna be connected at the hip with Sean McVay. And I think it's a really good pairing when you think about it, because the way the Rams scheme work, it's a lot of play action from under center.
Mm-hmm.
Ty Simpson did a lot of that in college. He was asked to do a lot in college, and I think that's going to be a good fit when it actually comes time for him to play. But it, like I said, he's not going to be in any rush because they're not expecting anything from him anytime soon.
So let me give you this scenario. If the Rams didn't get Ty Simpson, they ended up getting, let's say, a receiver, or Kenyon Sadiq or something like that, a weapon for Stafford instead in the first round. And in the third round, they got Carson Beck. Do you feel like that would have been a better draft, or do you think that them getting Ty Simpson where they did, based on everything that you just said, is a better look for the organization?
Just seeing, it's so tough because I mean, with Ty Simpson, there's some things that you that worry you as well. I mean, he only started 1 year in college. Carson Beck, a lot of starts in college. However, his career was just up and down. Like his first year when he started, he came in, set college football on fire. Then that next year, he came out and just was throwing the ball all to the other team and just had a really big issue with interceptions. So I think we got a much smaller sample size of Simpson, but I personally like Simpson a little bit better than I do.
Yeah, he has a bigger upside. Like I said before, Ty Simpson reminds me of Brock Purdy, and not Mr. Irrelevant Brock Purdy. I'm talking about the one that got a bag, Brock Purdy. I think Ty Simpson has that kind of upside. I think that he is going to be a really good quarterback. And if the Rams are patient, which they've always shown that they are, I think that he's going to walk right in. I mean, same thing that Aaron Rodgers and Jordan Love did. I think that Ty Simpson's going to do the same thing after Matthew Stafford decides to call it quits. Hopefully it's not next year. So it'll give them a little bit more time, but I think it's going to be a good look for them down the road. All right. I will tell you this. The most surprising pick for me during the draft was definitely Jeremiah Love.
Really? Just because of how loaded they are at running back?
Not necessarily that. Is because of where he's getting slotted at number 3, which makes him immediately the highest paid running back ever. He's the highest paid running back, and he has not played a down of NFL football. It's that, and then also the fact that they have so many other needs. They just got Tyler Algier. It's not because of him. It's because of the running back position and all the other needs. It's not saying that he doesn't deserve to be up there, because I do think that he's, if not the 1-2, 1B, top talent in the draft. But it's just the value of the position. So if it were me, I would have probably tried to get him later on in the draft.
Yeah, to me, it was kind of a head scratcher when you just think about how deep they are at the position. I mean, Connor comes back from injury. They got the running back out of Florida State a few years ago, and now you just pair him up with Love. And like you said, he's going to be the highest paid running back in the league now. It's going to leave some more holes, but I mean, they're probably going to be at the top of the draft again next year.
Yeah. I mean, it might be in their best interest to be at the top of the draft again. To get one of these quarterbacks.
A lot of good quarterbacks coming out next year.
Yeah, that's true. Let's see. Did we leave anything out there on this one? I think we went through the draft really well. Anything else you want to bring up?
I also like how the draft was faster. I do like that. So shout out to the NFL.
Cut out the time.
Yeah, I like that a lot. Like these draft picks not taking all night. I'm a fan of that for sure.
Yeah, that is true. That definitely helps. All right. So how much of the playoffs have you watched? Like what teams have stood out to you so far?
Um, stood out. I think the biggest thing, honestly, I'm a shout out to you, bro. But one series in particular, the Hawks and the Knicks. Like, you were on it, bro. You were on it before the playoffs start. You picked the Hawks to win the series. And I mean, the series is tied now, and it literally is a dogfight. And Atlanta
It
is
is.
giving the Knicks all they want.
Yeah, I figured it was going to go like this because, like I said, the Knicks, they play down to their competition, and the Knicks should be running away with this series. And you can see it in the games that they win. You can see how dominant they are. I mean, what Cat got a triple double? Cat don't even normally do that, but
Mm-hmm.
they have all this talent on their team. But for whatever reason, they tend to play down to their competition. And I knew that if CJ's a dog, man, he learned it from Damian. Like, he's a dog, and so he's going to get his guys going. And I knew it was going to be tough. And I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if the Knicks win this because they're supposed to. But I'm still picking the Hawks. I'm still going with the
Yeah,
Hawks.
bro. I think this is gonna go 7 games for real.
hmm And this is where things. This is how the Knicks get in trouble when they get. Let's say that they win the series. Now they've played 7 games. The Celtics are about to be done with that series,
Yep.
and so they're gonna be well rested and be able to move on. And the Knicks are gonna be tired. So yeah, but it is a good series. It's very entertaining. I will say that for sure.
For sure.
I'm
It's
definitely
probably
enjoying
the
it.
best series. It's probably the best series going right now.
Yeah. Um, so the other series that it's entertaining, but it's very lopsided right now is the Minnesota Timberwolves and Nuggets series.
Bro, that
Um,
series makes no sense to me at all.
it doesn't, and but it's highlighting the deficiencies with the Nuggets. So the Nuggets' best defender has been in and out of the lineup, Aaron Gordon, which he changes
Mhm.
the dynamic of that team completely. Um, and then the fact that Minnesota Timberwolves have lost Ant, who hasn't really been playing well at all, even when he was there. But now he's got this bone bruise, so he's out. Dante DiVincenzo tears his Achilles, but they let Ayo Desumu go for 43 points.
Bro, I
Jaden
saw it. I was
McDaniels,
like, what is going on when I saw that?
dude, their defense is awful. It's awful. Um, but it's been very entertaining. It definitely has because of all the scuffles and all that stuff. Like, it's been really entertaining. But bruh, they play tonight. It might be done.
For real. For
It
real.
might
And
be done.
another series to me, I like we were so off about was the Rockets and the Lakers. Bro, like KD being hurt has definitely just changed the dynamic of the series. And the Rockets just not having a real point guard with Van Vliet not playing, you just can see it's so hard for them to operate and get everybody like where they need to be and just get stuff done. And you just can see
hmm
how important the actual court general, point guard, point forward, whatever you want, somebody that can get everybody on the same page and like control the pace, flow in the game, like how important it is.
Yeah, that's true. That's been their problem. Not only that, but so there's the Fred Van Fleet, that point guard missing. But the other part that people aren't talking about as much is Steven Adams not being there.
Mm-hmm.
Steven Adams gave them, I mean, he's one of the best, if not the best, offensive rebounders in the league still. And so giving them those second chance points, being a big body to keep other bigs off the glass, like those two major pieces missing has changed the dynamic of that team completely. So
Yep.
now, because they don't have as much shooting as they need, they don't have a primary ball handler, they do have a lot of defenders. They just gonna have to run. And that's how they won the game last night. They just gonna
Yeah.
have to run. And Morgan brought up, wouldn't it be funny if the Rockets end up winning the series? They're not going to.
Nah. Like
Yeah.
you just can look at the body language when they go in huddles. It's like there's just no belief, and like they pretty much are just here. And unfortunately, man, that just rubs off on your entire team.
I've heard rumors that KD has played his last game in Houston.
What?
That's what I've heard.
He gonna ask for a trade or just or
I
what?
don't
Like,
know.
I mean, I don't know his deal, so I don't know if if like anything like that. But that'd be wild, man. 1 year he wants out.
It's like I think he signed a 3-year deal. Like contractually, he's supposed to still be there. I don't think that he wants to do that. Just because, we've all been watching his career, and KD is one of my favorite players of all time. But we've been watching his career, and we've watched the situations that he's had at the end of his tenure in different places. And so him asking out, that would damage his career. And he asked out to go where? Like
Exactly.
where you want to go that you haven't already been?
Exactly. I don't know where he could go, honestly. And
Morgan
just
said
fit
he
in
tapped out
seamlessly.
mentally. Morgan said that KD tapped out mentally. I mean, I think he is injured, and I think that that's where his frustration is. He wants to play, and he's being held out by the doctors. So I think that's where his real frustration is. I don't think that that's the case, but that's the rumor that's flying around.
That would be wild if that were to happen, though.
Yeah. Let's see what other series, bruh. The Cavaliers and Raptors and Pistons and Magic series. Those are really hard to watch.
Yes.
Good Lord. That's like, it's 90s basketball. It's 90s basketball. It's physical, but like can't nobody shoot. It's like watching.
And just think, one of those 4 teams is going to the Eastern Conference Finals.
That's wild.
Yes, one of those 4 teams is going to be in the Eastern Conference Finals.
And the way it's looking, it might not be the Pistons.
Yeah, it could. Honestly, it could be anybody out of those 4, for real.
Yeah. Matua said LeBron might win a chip with hitting. No.
No. I don't see it, Matua. I don't see it.
In order for LeBron to win a chip, they will have to beat the Thunder and beat the Spurs. Come on now. It ain't happening. It's not going to happen. I mean, I'm all for fairy tales, but you ain't getting one this year.
Yeah, I mean, if they win the series, they got the Thunder next, and that's a whole different ball game then.
Yeah, when they had Luka and Austin, and they still got smoked by 30. It's not gonna happen, bro. Speaking of Spurs, man, have you watched any? I mean,
yes, I've definitely been watching the Spurs. Definitely been watching them. This team is the team I picked in our little draft, so obviously I got to watch the Spurs. But it's good. I think Wemby's back tonight, which is going to be huge for them. Like they definitely weren't a team that could win it all without Wemby. I think getting him back, making sure he's okay, takes them to another level. And I think they'll close the series out.
Yeah, I think so. I think that the Trailblazers messed up their opportunity when they allowed Dylan Harper to take over the game, and they lost that game when Wemby was out. So now it's 100% curtains. Wemby comes back and gets 27 and 7 blocks, 11 rebounds. Come on. Like I said,
and shuts the paint down all by himself.
But what I do want to see is I want to see Wemby against the dude that he looked up to. I want to see him against Gobert. I want to see what happens. Now, I expect Wemby to dominate. I still expect him to, but nobody knows Wemby more than Gobert.
Man, Gobert can know Wemby as good as he wants to. It ain't gonna matter. Wemby gonna big boy him, dog. Hey, Gobert does not want those problems. Because just think, bro, Wemby can stretch the floor, and Gobert gets outside the lane, bro. He's like a fish out of water. Like he don't want to be out there.
It's true. I think that Wemby is at his best when he is actually playing like a big man. He's not as now. Don't get me wrong. He can get hot and he can light you up from 3. But if I'm defending Wemby, which is a pipe dream, it would never happen. But if I was Gobert size and I was defending Wemby, I want him to go out there and shoot. I'd rather him shoot than come down. And in reality, they're only an inch apart in height. So, and you look at how good Gobert is playing against Jokic. Jokic is getting his numbers, but his efficiency is horrible. He's shooting in the 30s as far as percentage, and that is why Minnesota is winning. I want to see how a 4-time Defensive Player of the Year, future Hall of Famer, defends this young phenom. I'm not expecting him to dominate him by any means, but I just want to see what he does.
Barbecue
I think
chicken.
that's what we're gonna get.
Barbecue chicken. That's what it's gonna be.
It very well could be. It very well could be. Man, let me get to this wild comment that Matchell will put up here. He said,
"Oh LeBron, by going to the Wizards, yeah."
LeBron wins a chip this year. His contract is up with the Lakers. LeBron to the Wizards with Sar and Trae Young and D-Lo. Wizards win championship next year. You want to take that, or you want me to take that?
Nah, that's all you, dog. That's all you.
First of all, I know you from Washington, from DC. Clearly, the Wizards are not a destination to go there. Mm-mm. But secondly, first of all, D-Lo was here at Mavericks and he got washed. We traded him as a throw-in. Trae Young got traded from the Atlanta Hawks and they got better. And Sar been there the whole time. And he was the primary defender when Bam scored 83. I don't think that's a good combination, bro. That's not gonna work. But you know, you gotta go with your team. I respect that. Shout out to Tyler Bitts, man.
Tyler Bitts, always good to see you, brother. Hope you're doing well.
Yeah. Last thing I wanted to touch on with this is the Celtics, bro. Somehow or another, they have played this whole situation perfectly with Jason Tatum being out, taking the time that he needed to get healthy. Yep. He came back right at the right time. And everybody else is they've been given the time to get themselves together, be put in a more prominent role, and now they're stronger for it. And I mean, Peyton Pritchard, bro. Peyton Pritchard lit the 76ers up.
Mm-hmm.
I mean,
I'm gonna be honest, bro. Like, I legit don't think I think the only way the NBA Finals can be competitive is if the Celtics make it to the finals. I don't think any other team in the East is gonna put up any type of fight with whoever comes out of the West. It just has to be the Celtics. It has to be.
I agree, and I think it will be the Celtics. Especially seeing the Pistons fall apart the way that they have. Mm-hmm. No offense, turning the ball over left and right. It's going to be the Celtics. No other team. The Celtics could be in the West and be fine. No other team in the Eastern Conference can be in the West and be fine.
Yeah.
If the Trailblazers were in the East, they'd probably be a number 2 seed.
That's why. That's why.
It's that bad over there. It's
real
rough.
Talk,
dog. They're abysmal over there. But I think
they're giving a 1 seed all they want right now.
Yeah, I think it's going to be the Celtics versus either the Spurs or the Thunder. And right now, I favor the Spurs.
Yeah, that West. If we get OKC, San Antonio, that Western Conference Finals, I might have to do watch-alongs for that whole series,
bruh. I think San Antonio might got their number, man. It's just a bad matchup.
Yeah. Well, let's not get too far ahead of ourselves now. We don't want to jinx it, and we don't get the matchup. Just like we ain't get Kobe and LeBron in the finals.
I know, man. They did the commercials and everything. Mm-hmm. Never happened. Yeah, that sucked. But is what it is. Is what it is. All right, so let's preview UFC Perth, man. We've had some lackluster from a name value cards in the past couple of weeks. Mm-hmm. This fight night is one of the better fight nights from just from name value that I've seen in a while, man.
Mm-hmm.
So I'll let you run with it, but like what fights kind of stand out, going from we obviously know the main event.
Yeah, of course.
But what other ones stand out to you?
Well, before that, for those in the chat that don't know, this weekend the fight started 4 a.m. Eastern.
Yeah.
So all I really want to know, what time are you getting up to watch the card? Main card, I want to say, starts at 7 Eastern or 6 Eastern, one of the two.
I think it's 6 a.m. Oh no, 7. You're right. 7.
So when are you starting to watch the card is the real question.
So I'm actually going. I'll be outside. I'll be out in the streets this weekend. So
yeah.
So I'm gonna be asleep for a majority of this. But there's a lot of fights that I want to see, man. Like that are even on the prelims. So it's gonna be a lot of ignoring my phone, turning off the chat to make sure I ain't getting told what actually happened. And it's really gonna make it hard to make some of these picks too. Because
it always is, man. Always is.
I had a bad week this past week, so I gotta hit on these.
Me and you both hit on these. It was rough this past weekend, but
it really was.
All right, so outside of the main and co-main fights, I'm looking forward to on this card. So I'm gonna go a little off the radar. I think we're gonna get a grappler's delight with Jacob Malkoun against Meerschaert. Both guys, big time grapplers. They do it a little differently. Meerschaert's more of a sub guy. Malkoun is more so like control, mixing the ground and pound, but just seeing which style can really come out on top in that matchup. I mean, we got Shamil Gaziev, the GOAT, on the card going up against Brandon Pearchich. Brandon Pearchich got another opportunity. He gets a brutal finish right here, bro. He's ranked, and I think that'll be like his second, third win in the UFC.
Yeah,
it'll be his third win in the UFC, and he'll already be ranked. So that's gonna be a good heavyweight scrap to look forward to. But it's gonna be a good card. We'll see what time I start watching the card too, though. We'll see.
I'll tell you what, the fight that I'm the absolute most scared to watch is Beneil Dariush against Quillan Salkild. Bro. It feels almost like when we were watching Tony Ferguson. Like he go into a fight and you'd be like, oh man, not again. And I mean, are you expecting anything different to happen to him in this fight?
No, I'm expecting what everybody's expecting to happen. I know he just beat Moicano not too long ago at UFC 317, but man, Quillan Salkild's been on a roll, man. Coming off 2 first-round finishes. It's gonna be a tough one.
Yeah. That's I don't know, man. I hope if he loses, it's by decision. Quillan just grapples him.
Nah, bro, that chin is gone, dog. That chin is gone. Soon as he gets hit clean one time, it's a wrap, dog.
Yeah, it is. It is. The Tim Elliott against Steve Erceg fight's gonna be entertaining too. Just because of the oddness of Tim Elliott, the way that he moves, and then Steve Erceg, he's been up and down for sure. Especially since fighting for the belt or whatnot, but he's still a really good fighter. So I think that's going to be an excellent fight, fighting back at home. So I think it's going to be really good. The main event, though, what are your thoughts going into this?
First off, bro, I'm so excited for this main event, man. This going to be violence, and it's going to be entertaining. Jack Della Maddalena, his first fight back off of losing the belt to Islam Makhachev. Carlos Prates trying to figure out a way to get himself a title shot. Coming off 2 brutal stoppages, Leon Edwards and Jeff Neal knocked both of them out cold. So this is gonna be violence. We get that beautiful boxing with JDM. We get the Muay Thai with Carlos Prates. I think this fight's gonna come down to who can dictate the range of the fight? Is it going to be a kickboxing range where Prates can use the Muay Thai, the teeps, all the kicks, or is JDM going to be able to get inside and use that boxing? So we saw JDM in his last fight, man. His leg kick defense, atrocious. Like Islam Makhachev was eating him up with low kicks. Hopefully he can defend some, and I think Prates is at least gonna have to see if like he's gotten better at that, because like he just could not move in that fight, and if he can't move against Prates, he's just gonna be looking to get hit.
Yeah, man. I definitely favor Prates specifically because of the range that you mentioned. I think that he has more weapons from a further away range, and I don't think that he's going to let Jack get to where Jack is good. I think it's going to be a knockout one way or the other, though. I think if Jack catches him, I mean, he can knock him out. It's not a question. He can. I just don't think Carlos is going to allow it. And the good thing about it is, for both men, honestly, they're not going to this unscathed. They've both tasted defeat. They know what it means to have to try to bounce back. So this is going to, at least on paper, it's one of the best fights that we've seen so far this year, as far as like being scheduled. So
for sure. And then something else, we didn't touch on, at least I didn't touch on it, like talking about the range. Well, obviously, you know, at kickboxing range is Prates, boxing range is JDM. In the clinch is Prates too. Elbows, knees, he uses all of it in a clinch. So I'm actually curious to see who's going to lead the dance, like who's going to be on the front foot, who's going to control the center of the octagon, because neither guy really backs up.
That's true.
And Prates got a 5-inch reach advantage. I mean, this going to be violence. It's going to be violence first thing in the morning.
So who do you think is the better grappler out of them two?
I hope we never have to find out. I'm gonna be honest. Let's not find out. Like, let's just find out who's a better striker, and go from there. Like, I'm not trying to see any grappling in this. I want to see stand up.
Yeah, I mean, I think the closest we get to grappling is clinch. I think that's it. Hopefully, I don't think that there's going to be any grappling. But if there is,
we ain't trying to watch that in this matchup.
If there is, I think it'll be Carlos Prates doing some grappling to throw JDM off. But I don't think that we get to see any of that, man. I think that by the third round, like, somebody's going to be out.
Yeah, I agree.
They're both just too violent.
And they're gonna be right in front of each other too. Like, neither one of them like moves a whole lot. They're gonna be right in front of each other. And you know, Prates always there to get down, and JDM always there to get down. So this is really, really good matchmaking. And like, I'm very excited about this one.
Yeah, I'm curious what y'all think in the chat, man. Who y'all think is gonna win? I see Tyler Betts said Prates. But Prates by what though? Like, how do you think Prates wins it? What's up, Kenny Fister? But I mean, I'm picking Prates too.
Yeah, bro. It's gonna be a phenomenal. It's gonna be a treat. Like, this one's definitely gonna be a treat for sure.
If they made, let's say that the UFC was like, man, we need another pay-per-view, another numbered card, and they made this a numbered card, and they put the BMF title for welterweight up for this, would you be mad at that?
Not at all. I would have no problem with it. Now the bottom of the card is gonna have to be, you know, boosted a little bit, but bro, this could definitely main event whatever you want, bro. This is violence personified right here.
Matthew says Prates KO round 4. Okay, this is making me nervous. When everybody's going one way, it makes me very nervous.
Yeah. I mean, we both can admit JDM can definitely win this fight. 100% JDM can win this fight. And I mean, he's already fought a long rangy striker, and Randy Brown got him out of there in like the first round. So I mean, you know, just like, you know, Matcha was looking how we're looking at it, Prates just got more tools. And I mean, that's bro, I think it's gonna be competitive. And I also think I think the Ian Gary loss for Carlos Prates, I think is really gonna help him. I think he experienced what it's like when Ian Gary kept kicking him with the high kicks and he was just blocking it, and it took away a lot of his punching power, and he wasn't really able to throw the shots he wants to. Maybe Prates can take that and do a little bit of JDM. If JDM is blocking kicks, those punches gonna lose some steam a lot sooner. I mean, hey.
Yeah, that's true. Because I mean, he blocked the kick. It's not like he's gonna turn it into a takedown. He's not taking you down.
Yeah, there's no threat at all.
Yeah. Shout out to Grimy as usual. Yeah, we did. We did.
Yeah, we touched on the draft, Grimy.
Yeah, but yeah, y'all got Blake Miller, Grimy, at Detroit. So that's good. The rest of your draft was trash though, but that was good. That was good. But no, I agree, man. That loss, and you could see it, you know, when we were there watching it, like you could see his demeanor even after accepting the loss. I think that Carlos remembers the 5th round and what he was doing in the 5th round, and the fact that he's like, you know what, nah, man, this dude is not better than me like that. I lost this fight. He did not win this fight. And I think that he's taking that into his future fights. And, you know, we've seen what he's done to people, you know, the dominance that he's shown. So I think that that's, yeah, okay, Matt will say a step in knee puts JDM down.
Oof.
That would be interesting.
And, bro, Prates KOs be so brutal, too.
They do. They do. Grimy, before we get out of here, man, who do you got, JDM or Prates?
Maxwell says JDM got to go through hell to close the distance. Facts. Giving up 5 inches in reach. So Prates is a BJJ black belt?
But you know they give out black belts.
You got a point. Who giving? Who giving black belt? Who giving? Black belt? Who giving?
Yeah, shoot. Poeton a black belt. Oh man!
Shout out to Poeton, UFC 6 cover athlete, by the way, and Max Holloway.
Yes. I mean, they picked the only gripe that one person could have is Ilya Taporia could be mad at Max getting the Ultimate Edition.
Yeah,
he could be mad about that. That's the only other person that I would say, you know, to put there instead of Max. But I ain't mad at it. I ain't mad at it at all. And Poeton should have been choice number 1, absolute number 1. He is the top tier person in the entirety of the sport, in my opinion, as far as like who the UFC should put number 1.
Yeah.
Yep.
Absolutely.
And Grimy said Prates late KO. I don't know if it'll be late.
Yeah, bro. I'm kind of with you. I don't see this going past 3 rounds. Because both guys are forward fighters, bro. Like these dudes gonna engage, they're gonna exchange, and somebody gonna get hurt bad.
Yeah. Yep. 100%. JDM's a submission threat. I don't think we're gonna see any of that.
Yeah, I don't think we're gonna see any of that either. No. I mean, Prates got more subs.
Yeah, and I've seen with JDM, I've seen his training with Craig Jones and everything. But that's training.
Yeah.
So we shall see. But I'm looking forward to it for sure. Maybe I'll wake up. I don't think so though. I don't think so.
I'm gonna try to do a watch along for the main card at like 6 a.m.
You're a brave soul, man. You know I got the volleyball game after that too. Nah.
Yeah, I kind of look at it like, you know, knock it out early in the morning, and then I got the rest of the day to do whatever, you know?
That's true. That's true. That's true. All right. If y'all haven't done so already, make sure y'all like the stream on whichever stream that you're on. Make sure y'all go and follow both channels if y'all haven't done so already. But, Useless, you came in right at the end, bro.
Right at the end.
Matt, JDM is the Tony Allen. Anywho, man, people can't get up that early. Anything?
That's so messed up, Grammy. That's so messed up, dog. We ain't late to everything, dog.
Dang. We only late to stuff that we don't want to go to.
West Steve, what's going on? Good to see you as always, brother.
Oh man. Y'all jumped in at the tail end, man. Y'all should have been in here early. Anywho, man, we'll holler at y'all boys. We'll be back on here. Cross is probably gonna stream later this week, and we'll be back on here Monday to talk about everything that just happened in the sports world. So we will holler at y'all boys.
Peace.
Thanks for watching Crosswalk. Come back next Monday to chop it up.
So please, whatever.